Imagine you're taking your kids to see K-pop Demon Hunters. You spend $500 on tickets. You're excited, the kids are excited, you show up, and it's a fucking metal concert. That is apparently a real thing that happened. And now the metal band involved is suing over the name Demon Hunter. Yes, this is real. There is a metal band called Demon Hunter. There is a massive K-pop franchise called KPop Demon Hunters. And apparently somebody looked at those two names and thought, yeah, that's probably the same thing. I don't know what happened to this person's eyes, but apparently they were on vacation. So what happened? Demon Hunter is a metal band that's been around for about 25 years. They have been using the name Demon Hunters for a very long time. Then K-pop Demon Hunters becomes a massive hit. And now Demon Hunter is saying, hey, hold on a second, people might think we're connected. And they're suing over the trademark infringement. Now, I'm not a lawyer, but I do have two functioning eyeballs. So let's look at those two things. Demon Hunter and K-pop Demon Hunters. Are we really struggling here? The funniest part of this entire story is the example they use to show that people are actually getting confused. Apparently, someone bought around $500 worth of tickets to see Demon Hunter. Except, they didn't want to see Demon Hunter, they wanted to see K-pop Demon Hunters. They were apparently planning to take their 5 and 6-year-old daughters, which means this person was apparently prepared to spend over $500 on an event without checking what the fuck the event was. Imagine getting to the venue, you walk through the doors, your 6-year-old is holding a little K-pop light stick, and then suddenly, welcome to Demon Hunter. And your kid is just standing there like, Dad? Why is everybody screaming? Why are there no cartoon characters? Why does everyone look so angry? Now, to be fair, the band is arguing that this is an example of actual consumer confusion. And technically, yes, that person was confused. I'm not going to sit here and pretend the person didn't accidentally buy the wrong tickets. They absolutely did. But I have a question. Did the tickets say K-pop Demon Hunters? Because that's the part that gets me. The two names aren't Demon Hunter and Demon Hunter. They are Demon Hunter and K-pop Demon Hunters. One as K-pop, literally sitting at the front of it. It's like walking to a McDonald's and ordering a Whopper and then suing Burger King because you got confused. At some point, brother, you gotta read. But wait, it gets better. Because Demon Hunter isn't exactly a unique phrase. It's not some completely invented word like Spotify. It's literally Demon Hunter. That's a thing. People hunt demons in fantasy stories. Video games have demon hunters. Movies have demon hunters. Books have demon hunters. You get the gist. And, as the original discussion points out, World of Warcraft literally has a demon hunter class. So the idea that one metal band somehow owns the concept of the words demon hunter is a little ambitious. And that's before we even get to the fact that K-pop Demon Hunters is not called Demon Hunter, it's K-pop Demon Hunters, plural, with K-pop attached. Okay, technically yes, they are both music, but we're not talking about two bands called Demon Hunter and Demon Hunters. We're talking about the metal band and the giant K-pop entertainment franchise. These aren't exactly competing garage bands playing the same bar on a Friday night. One is metal, the other is K-pop. One has people headbanging, the other one has people buying light sticks. The only thing those two audiences might have in common is the word demon. And honestly, that's a pretty broad demographic. But here's what I actually don't understand. Now, before the Demon Hunter fans come flying through my walls, I do understand why they're annoyed. Imagine you've spent decades building a name, then suddenly something with a nearly identical phrase becomes absolutely enormous. Everyone is searching for it, talking about it, and your name is now sitting in the middle of the biggest entertainment story on the planet. That sucks. I'll be annoyed too. And they do have a legitimate point that trademarks are supposed to protect brands from consumers thinking two things are connected. That's the entire reason this lawsuit exists. The question is just, are those things actually close enough that a normal person will think they're connected? And I'm sorry, but if I see K-pop Demon Hunters, I'm not thinking, ah yes, clearly, the metal band. Let's say Demon Hunter actually was connected to this. Imagine Netflix calls them, hey guys, we'd like to make a K-pop animated movie based on your band. And the band says, sure. Then they release it. You get Demon Hunter, the K-pop movie. Okay, now I'm confused. But that's not what happened. They just shared some words. That's the entire controversy. Now, the really weird part, what makes this story so fun, is that the franchise is called K-pop Demon Hunters. They didn't even try to hide what it was. The name tells you, this is K-pop, there are demons. There are demon hunters. They hunt demons. There is no mystery. It's called the most descriptive name possible. K-pop Demon Hunters. What did you think it was? A documentary about the metal band? So who's right? Obviously the lawsuit still has to go through the legal process, and I'm not going to pretend I can predict exactly what the court is going to do, but just looking at this, As a normal human being, I have a hard time believing those are so similar that people are routinely confusing them. The band's own example is somebody spending $500 on the wrong tickets, and I'm sorry, but if you're spending $500, read the fucking ticket. You don't buy a car without looking at the car. You don't buy a house without looking at the house. And apparently some people don't buy $500 concert tickets without looking at the name of the concert. That's incredible. Now, I don't blame Demon Hunter for being protective of their name. If you spent decades building a band, obviously you're going to protect it. That's what rhythm acts are for. But there's a huge difference between please don't make people think we're affiliated and nobody else can use the words Demon Hunter. Because if it's the second one, we've got a problem. Because Demon Hunter is a phrase, it has been used everywhere, and KPop Demon Hunters isn't even pretending to be a metal band. It's his own thing. My final verdict is that I think that the lawsuit is way more entertaining than it is convincing. Could somebody get confused? Yeah, obviously. But I can imagine a reasonable person looking at Demon Hunter versus K-pop Demon Hunters and thinking, yep, same thing. Not really. Especially when one is a metal band and the other is a K-pop franchise. And if your strongest piece of evidence is somebody who spent $500 without reading what they were buying, I'm not sure you found the strongest witness in this history. But hey, maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe next time you see two words that sound similar, you need to conduct a full background investigation before buying a concert ticket. Personally, I'm just glad this guy didn't accidentally buy $500 worth of tickets to see Demon Hunter and then complain when the band started playing metal, because that would be a whole different lawsuit. Your Honor, I was expecting K-pop. Sir, the ticket said Demon Hunter. Yeah, but I didn't read it. Case closed.